A California congressman will be sworn into office using a first edition Superman comic book. The original first issue comic is being borrowed from the Library of Congress. Representative-elect Robert Garcia selected the comic as one of his 3 sentimental paper items. I didn't know you could choose 3 to be used during his upcoming swearing-in ceremony. The other items include a photo of his parents and his citizenship certificate. The items will be placed under the U.S. Constitution. Garcia immigrated to the U.S. from Lima, Peru, and served 8 years as mayor of Long Beach, California. The swearing in of new members for the 118th Congress has been delayed by the election for a new House Speaker.
Tia is closely watching this whole saga for us this afternoon. Joins us now with an update. Tia?
Well, Anthony and Natalie, you said it best. The key word here is saga, as this just keeps on continuing. Political science professor with North Central College, Stephen Caliendo, joins us now to break this all down. Happy New Year to you. And we don't start without some chaos, that is for sure, this time around. You know, Congress can't be seated until the House Speaker is selected. How long do you think this can go on?
Never a dull moment, Tia. Happy New Year to you. Unfortunately, there's no provision in the Constitution or in any congressional rules that put a limit on how long this can take. So a couple of things have to happen. Either somebody has to get a majority of the votes, which nobody has done in the first 6 ballots, or the House could change the rules to a simple plurality of votes, which would get somebody there, but it may not be the person the Republicans are hoping for.
So we're coming up on a possible 7th vote, it sounds like. 7 p.m. our time, they will reconvene. McCarthy says he won't budge. What could be next for him?
Well, I mean, I don't know what he could do in the next 2.5, 3 hours that he hasn't been able to do in the last 2 months since he knew what the majority was going to be after the election in November. The deals have been made. He's made a lot of concessions. In fact, he's made concessions to the point that I think other Republican members might be nervous about taking on a speakership under the conditions that have been set forth if they have to hold to all of them. And so I don't know that there's much of a path for Kevin McCarthy at this point. They're either going to have to come up with somebody else or there's going to have to be some other arrangement made.
Well, it's no doubt because of this, all eyes are on the GOP, and this does signal some issues inside the party. What do you think this means for the Republican Party moving ahead?
It's really problematic, and it's problematic because it falls on different fault lines. You have some of the folks who are real heavy Donald Trump supporters on each side of this issue. Some of them are supporting Speaker McCarthy. The former president came out this morning and asked people to do so. Others are not, and they're saying that they need somebody that's closer to what they believe. It's hard for me to understand, though, what the end game is for these 20 folks who, for now 6 times, have voted against the speakership, knowing that there wasn't going to be a majority from somebody else. It has to be clear what they want before they can get it. And I think a lot of that maneuvering would have been happening over the past few weeks, not after the votes started being taken.
Final question. What do you think this means for Hakeem Jeffries? I know that name, obviously, in all of this. What is your opinion on that?
Well, I mean, it's one thing to say the Democrats are unified behind Hakeem Jeffries, and I believe that they are for a number of reasons, but it's also easy to be unified when you're in the minority. And so what isn't easy? But I mean, certainly on a vote like this, it's easy to be unified when you're in a minority because there's not a lot at stake. But he's sitting there. He's available. If the Republicans decide to gamble and change the vote from a majority to a plurality, which they could do. In essence, asking those 20 people, make your choice. It's either Kevin McCarthy or Hakeem Jeffries. That could put McCarthy over the top, or it could mean a really different outcome and make Hakeem Jeffries the speaker, even though the Democrats are in the minority.
Absolutely, and we'll all be watching. As always, Professor Caliendo, thank you so much for joining us today on First at 4.